Yeah, good morning, everyone. So yesterday we forwarded your resumes related to the job for offline people. Huh? So you may get a call who submitted your resumes. You may get a call today, mostly today or tomorrow. And you you haven't prepared online portfolio, all of you. I asked you to design. Your resumes are not good in format. You don't have any resumes formats. Today we'll upload one resume format, right? So you try to design accordingly, right? I will try to upload one sample resume format today. You have to create such format online portfolio. That means I asked you already to create online portfolios, na? Right? So if you create, then you will have good opportunities. That means you can show all the examples that you practiced, right? So better you create everybody online portfolio for yourself on GitHub. We learn, right? And I will upload a sample resume format. Actually, resume format, I will upload, you go through that. So this is a resume format. Actually, this is for React. So similarly, you need to define here. This will be a simple, good format. Okay. For resume, this will be a good format. So actually, in this format, what you have to do is in the left panel, you need to define your technical expertise. Means in HTML, what are the major topics? In JavaScript, what are the major topics? In CSS, what are the topics? In JavaScript, what are the major topics? So if you and how HTML, CSS, how many skill levels? You can put a 4-star, that is enough, right? And your education related details, right? And what examples you practiced. These are nothing but personal projects, means what you learned while practicing. Like you created a KFC form, you created a hotel registration form, you created some online portfolios, all such points you can write here. So this will be a reasonable good format for UI developers. I will upload this format. Based on that, you try to design. Okay, right? And you create online portfolios so that we can easily forward your information to any companies which are coming for interviews. So already yesterday we forwarded 10 people. So from your batch and another batch, so to the company, they will call back you, and they need more people. Currently, they are asking for a specific technical year of passed out and background. Later, other companies will come with a different background, different year of passed out. Some more are there. So when they come, I will let you know about them. Okay. So these you can go through. I given our website. This is our website, seshajobs.com. Seshajobs.com. This is our Naresh IT website. You can keep in touch with this website, right? Because in Naukri, majority of job requirements you will get from experienced people only. But here our clients are there, our companies are there. Naresh Technologies related clients and companies, they post jobs here for freshers and all. You see, this is the recent jobs. These are, so 18 hours of JavaScript developer required, right? You can apply for these jobs. Angular developer required. These are our companies. So this is for software developer, different technologies you can apply, right? You go visit UI UX developers, designers. This is in Chennai location. This is in Bangalore location, right? These you will not find in general Naukri sites. These are all our clients. We post all these jobs here. Okay, for freshers, absolute freshers, it is available. Uh, and here you will find some practice tests, how questions are asked, right? You can go through them, so you can see some sample text will be there here, right? So just sample example practice tests will be there, you can go through, right? So because you keep in touch with this, now many companies will be giving here, you can directly apply from there, right? That means when you select, their website will be there. Directly it will link to that website, and here you can post, or they will give you a QR code or a scanner or a form. You have to fill up the form and define. So these are all our Naresh technologies related job opportunities, right? This is absolutely good for freshers, every technology. UI, so many jobs are there, you can go through that. huh? Offline companies, I will tell you here. So online, these days companies are asking only offline. For online people, we have to check, because they are not interested for online people. Companies are interested only for the people who can immediately walk in, right? So that is the reason, for only offline people we are giving this. Any online opportunities will come, then I will let you know for online people, right? Because these days all companies ask for offline only, right? So any online tests, anything is there, I will let you know, okay, for online people. So these are last session we discussed about all the jQuery things, huh? So we learned about jQuery DOM manipulation, huh? Manipulation. jQuery DOM manipulation means how to add elements, so how to iterate, so how do we present presentation, all these things we have learned. DOM manipulations. Now in the DOM manipulations, we discussed about events, how to handle. So one new thing we discussed about event is, we don't have event handler. So we don't have any event handler, and event arguments, default event argument is only event. Then how do we access object related properties? By using target, right? Yeah. Next, after understanding events, now one more point here is, this is important. Now in this, actually yesterday we designed this using jQuery. We designed by using jQuery, we created this same like as we done in our JavaScript. But here one problem is there in jQuery that you have to know. So the problem is here, the point is how to define events for child elements. How to define events for child elements. Actually in JavaScript you can directly write event. but it is not possible in jQuery. So in jQuery, it is not possible. That means, for example, see, for every, here we are designing a card body, and here we are defining a div. And in this, we are creating card class as card footer. In this, we will put a button, and in the button, we will put class btn some so dark, some add to cart. Actually, that is added here for every element. Now, when we click add to cart, this item related information must be added into cart items that already we designed. But earlier, how to write event for this in JavaScript, what we do, we write on click directly. But here it is not possible. Then how to write event for this button? So actually, what we have to do for this button, I've given an ID. ID is btn add. Generally in jQuery, how to write events, just what we have to do. So we have to define dollar. So hash, what is it? btn add click. Click, we have a callback function. We will put an alert. In that alert, we will say add clicked. That is the message we are giving, add clicked. Now you see here, I click on this button, add click, add to cart. It's not working. That is not working. So in jQuery, if the element is a child element, you cannot access. Directly, we cannot access. For that, what we have to do is, we have to use a function called document dot on. We have to use on. Document dot on, we have to define event name. Event name is click. On click of which element? On click of which element? Element is hash btn add. So what functionality? We need to define the function. The function is alert some add clicked. This is how we need to write. So if any element is present inside another element, in JavaScript directly we can write the event handler. But in jQuery it is not possible. We have to use document dot on. Now here when I click on this add, then add clicked works. So otherwise it will not work. Now on add click, we need to send this product details, add into cart items, show that a complete example you need to train. What you designed in JavaScript, you have to recreate everything into jQuery. One problem you will get that I already told you now. What problem you will get is unable to write event for add click. That how to write, I showed you. So based on that, you have to create that complete shopping example that we created in JavaScript using jQuery. You have to create KFC form, hotel registration, EMI calculator, shopping cart, everything convert it to jQuery. That is your tasks. You have to do that, right? So in jQuery, basic syntaxes and methods we already learned. So basic syntaxes and methods we already discussed. How to handle events for child, how to define events for child elements. So by using we have document dot on. document.on. Syntax, we have a document dot on. We need to define event name and object ID, object selector. Selector means anything. We can have a function. That's how we need to define. We need to configure. I will give this example here. This is the example. I will copy this. Already I added yesterday, same. One more time, I'm just adding the new functionality and showing you here. This is what you have to define. So how to configure the events and how do we manage? So in JavaScript, whatever is there, same in jQuery, just the syntactical technique will change. How do we write events? How do we access methods? All these are simple, little change. Right now, this is all under the concept of what? DOM manipulation. There is another one now. After DOM manipulation, so we have jQuery have another concept. So jQuery effects. Actually, jQuery effects will be there. jQuery effects related simple functions are present. That means jQuery effects related functions. We have like show, we have like hide, we have like toggle, we have like fade, we have like fade toggle like this. We have slide, so we have like slide toggle. All these are simple jQuery effects. What is advantage is ready-made some CSS is there. We can simply apply. So that means this comes under the category of jQuery effects. Show, hide, toggle, fade, and all. Simply what we have to do, for example, see, let's add another. Yeah. So effects.html. Let's add simple jQuery here. Script source. So node modules, jQuery, this jQuery.js. And here we have a script. And in this, suppose we are having a simple button. And here toggle preview like this we have. And we have a div and the image source, some public images, some image, suppose a1.jpg, so width and height. Now you can see here this div id is some preview. Now what should happen is when user clicks on toggle preview, so when user clicks on toggle preview, so we should able to break one more. Okay. So we should able to show and hide this image. For that, actually, we need to write a lot of logic, styles and all. But now it is very simple. What we do first, we need to put a jQuery. In that, we have to write button. So button what? Click. So on button click, we have to just access preview hash what preview dot simply we can give toggle. That's it. Toggle is a method. We have methods like hide method. Hide means only hiding. Show means only show. Toggle means show and hide. How much duration time? Some 2000 milliseconds. That means now you see just one method like this. I click on the preview, it will hide. Again click, it will display. Earlier we have to write a lot of logic. Now it is very simple. right? Just one method we need to apply. Like that, you can try all these methods. Different methods have different style. Slide, already we know fade na? So we have options like fade. So fade toggle duration some 3000. Then I click on this button, it will slowly fade out the image. Again click, it will surely fade in that image. These are our ready-made effects. Earlier we have to write CSS, 2D, 3D and all. Now we can simply apply these methods, right? So that is a very simple concept. So jQuery effects are nothing complicated. If you want to show any container, hide any container, because we designed registration form, on button click, one form will display, another form will hide. Just apply show or hide or toggle methods for those containers. Earlier we need to get element by id, style display none, again style display block. Now simple show, hide or toggle. Such effects will make styles also simplified. These are called jQuery effects. Another important, actually, jQuery is now, this is important. We have jQuery Ajax. This is one of the important point. So jQuery Ajax, actually Ajax means, Ajax is asynchronous JavaScript, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. What is this means actually? What is asynchronous means? Asynchronous, synchronous, two types are there. What is asynchronous means? It's simple. Generally what happens, suppose we have some we have some task 1, so task 2, so task 3, like this some tasks are present. Task 4, now this task size is, suppose its size is 20 MB and this task size is some 5 MB, like 5 MB, and this task size is suppose 40 MB, like this we have. This task size is some 2 MB, like this we have 2 MB. I will just adjust this. Yeah, it is 2 MB, like this. Now what happens is, generally we are making a request. When we make a request, the request will go to the first task. It is 20 MB, so it will take time to respond. That means it will take some time to respond. Now what our application will do is, it will wait until it finish response. That means it will wait until it finish response. That means all 20 MB delivered. Now our application will make request to second task. That means request will not go to second task until the first task is finished. This is called synchronous. It is taking 10 minutes, it will wait. After finishing first task only, it will go to second. This is synchronous. Asynchronous means it makes a request. After making the request, it will not wait if it is taking time. If it is taking time, what will happen? It will immediately go to the next. Similarly, it will go to the next. It will execute all at a time. Now what will happen? Which one is first ready? Which one is first ready? That one will be delivered. That one will be delivered. Rest of others will be working in the background. For example, you are using WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, suppose a friend sent you some messages. First he sent video, then he sent text, then he sent image. Then which one will come to you first? No, video only will come. Always the messages will come in the same order how he sent, but video will not ready. First video only will come, but video will be loading. Text wait until video is finished? No, text also will come. Then image also will come. You will feel like you are watching text first because it is lightweight, but actually in which order he sent, in the same order it is given to you. But video is loading. While video is loading, they will not wait, they will send you text. That is why you feel like you are watching text first, but actually you are watching video first, it is loading. That means the messages will be delivered in the same order, but which message you will see first, that depends on how much weight it is. If it is lightweight, then it will be immediate. If it is heavy, it will take time. So if any application is blocking other tasks and performing any task, then it is called synchronous. Actually, to handle this kind of situation, earlier in our computer technologies, even today, several technologies use a concept called multi-threading. Multi-threading, even today. But this is not good for modern applications. That is the reason all technologies, Java, .NET, all these technologies were using multi-threading. Now, instead of multi-threading, they designed some new library called asynchronous library. Due to this asynchronous library, now they can reduce the number of threads and they can manage multiple tasks simultaneously. Earlier, to manage multiple tasks simultaneously, which technique was used? Multi-threading. And using lot of threads is heavy for application. That is the reason in the modern technologies, we are not using much multi-threading. We are using asynchronous programming. We are using asynchronous programming. What is advantage of asynchronous programming? Without blocking other tasks, it can perform your task. So what is meant by asynchronous? Asynchronous allows to perform the given task without blocking other tasks. That is what actually the meaning of asynchronous. Then why it is JavaScript? Asynchronous word understood. Then what is JavaScript in Ajax? JavaScript is nothing but JavaScript is used as a language for managing request and response. To manage request and response, which language is used? JavaScript. Our library is jQuery, but language for jQuery is JavaScript. So asynchronous means without blocking other tasks perform. And how it will perform? With the help of a language, JavaScript. JavaScript. Then what is XML role? What is XML role? Actually, XML is extensible. It is extensible markup language. XML role, it is XML role is extensible markup language used to transport data. Transport data. That means, so XML is not only just transporting data, so it handles communication also. Handles communication. It handles communication. Communication means, so communication between consumer and provider. Communication between consumer and provider. So who is consumer? Consumer means client. Client sends request. So request, client sends request. Client sends a request, and that request will be in which format? XML. XML format request will be sent. Now server is called as what? Provider. Provider means server. Server sends response. Understood? In which format? XML. That means the request and response will be in which format? XML. Data is transported in which format? XML. That means in XML format communication happens. Sending request to the provider, sending response to the consumer. This is done by using XML. So AJAX is asynchronous, managing interactions with JavaScript and transporting data using XML. So AJAX is asynchronous, manages interactions using JavaScript and transports and communicates using XML. XML is a language which is used for communication. JavaScript is a language used for interaction. Asynchronous is a technique that allows to perform tasks without blocking. So what is the purpose of AJAX is, AJAX is used to define partial postback. This technical word you have to remember. If in interviews anybody asks what is the purpose of AJAX, this technical word you have to tell. Partial postback. What is partial postback means? So it allows to design a page. It allows to design a page that can get new details and display without reloading complete page. That is called partial postback. That means you are watching a page. In that page, some new details need to be sent to you. If some new details need to be sent to you, then whenever new details comes, we need to refresh. Without refreshing the page, if new details comes, that is because of AJAX. Now these days, everywhere you will see that. Everywhere you will see AJAX. Suppose you are watching Facebook. You scroll down, new posts will load. What will happen to old posts which are already loaded? Will they reload again? Well, no, they are already loaded. Only new posts will be loading. Suppose you are watching Gmail. So only new mail will be sent to you as notification. That means, for example, best I will show you here. Suppose we open this website, some Cricinfo. This is cricket website, and you see some cricket match is going on. When cricket match is going on, observe this part here live. It is going on. You can observe. See, every few seconds, the scorecard will be updated. You see, it is updated. Is complete page reloading? No. Complete page is not reloading. You observe here, complete page contains lot of details. Complete page is not reloading. Every few seconds, only that box, first box, Australia, England, only that box will be updating, means ball by ball they will send new updates. And when new details are coming, the entire page will not refresh. You can see, we'll wait, because entire page contains lot of details. Entire page, now you can see 7.3, right? So it is technically it is reloading, but without refreshing the complete page, because to get one detail, if it has to load complete page, it is heavy for application. This is called partial postback. Partial postback means only a specific portion of the page will be posted. Actually, this, so it is used, it is good for designing, SPA. That means single page applications. It is good for designing single page application. What is the nature of single page application is, user will stay on only one page and everything comes onto that page. Earlier what we have to do, we need to navigate from one page to another, but now we will not navigate from one page to another. We will bring the other pages into the current page. This, any content we can bring without reloading the page. That is what actually Ajax. So that is the concept of Ajax. Actually, this is there in JavaScript also. So actually, JavaScript handles Ajax by using XML HTTP request object. By using an object called XML HTTP request. By using this object, we can create Ajax, but it is time waste in the current generation, because in the current generation nobody uses directly Ajax with the JavaScript. We don't use that in current applications. Rarely somewhere they may use, but I already told you that we are not using JavaScript directly anywhere. So, but JavaScript also can handle Ajax by using which object? XML HTTP request object. But we don't prefer that. So we use jQuery, Angular, React. But remember, jQuery, Angular, React, all are having Ajax. But finally, all those Ajax must be handled by using this object only. That means browser can understand only which object? XML. Actually, we used JavaScript. JavaScript uses fetch promise. We used JavaScript uses the fetch promise to handle this. Now in this fetch promise, so which handles Ajax actually, which handles Ajax calls. Ajax calls means without refreshing complete page, it can bring the new details and show you. Already JavaScript is using fetch. Then why to use jQuery Ajax? Because fetch problems is, fetch have a lot of problems. What is problem with fetch? Fetch returns response in binary form. That binary, what we have to do, you need to convert binary into JSON. Directly data will not come in the format of JSON. It will come in binary. We need to convert to JSON. Another important is not, it is poor in security. That means CORS issues will come. Cross origin resource sharing. That I will explain in the next concept. CORS issues will come. So another important is, it is poor in error handling. That means what is the problem if it is unable to deliver where the problem occurred, that is not good. So that is the reason these are all the problems with JavaScript. That is the reason what we do. jQuery provides AJAX. jQuery provides AJAX methods to handle request. What is the advantage of these AJAX methods? So what is the speciality here is they return data in a JSON. Directly they return data in JSON. Another important, that means no need of any conversion. They have good error handling. They have good error handling. That means they can easily identify where the problem occurred. They can report the problem correctly. But here also we have some issues related to CORS. Security related some issues are there. That is the reason Angular, React like technologies, they don't prefer this AJAX, jQuery AJAX. They have their own techniques. Angular have its own techniques, React have its own techniques for interacting with the APIs. So jQuery is also having some issues, but it is better than JavaScript. So it is simple and better than JavaScript. How it works, let's see. Means how AJAX works, right? Some examples we will do. First, we will see how the AJAX concept works. Actually, for that, jQuery AJAX methods. So we have one is $.getJSON. This is only for reading JSON files. It is only for reading JSON file. If you want to work with any type of file, then you can use $AJAX. This is for any type of content. For any type of content, a HTML file or a JPG file or a text file or a PDF file or a JSON file, any type of file you can access by using what? AJAX. But this is only for JSON type files. This is for any type. Let's see one example how it works. These are basic AJAX methods. AJAX have so many others. I will show. First, let's try this here. Suppose there is a data folder. In the data folder, I will add a new file called help.txt. It is a text file. Here I am typing some jQuery AJAX. So asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So it is used for handling partial postback. Like this we given partial postback. Some sentence is there. Now whatever data is present in this file, we want to get and display in a page. Let's say AJAX demo.html. Now we need to access here and see. Now here what we will do, we will simply create a div button. In this button, I will just say get data. So here we'll say get help. Okay, and below this we will put a simple paragraph. Now previously what we done is, if we want to bring any another file and display in the current page, we used iframes. By using iframes, we manage it. Embedding an iframe is heavy on pages. It will separate the page into another window again. That will be heavy on pages. And sometimes security issues will come. Some pages data is not allowed to open. Then what we are doing here now, we are not using any iframe. Without using an iframe, we can bring the content of any another file and we can load into this page in any container. Suppose currently I am using a simple paragraph container. So whenever button is clicked, we need to get that help data and display in the paragraph. Let's try. So we will write a script, and in that we need a function. Here we have to write, so button click, on button click we need to fetch the data from a file. Now this time it's not fetch, we have to use $.ajax. Now ajax requires ajax related some settings. Ajax settings. Ajax settings are defined as an object. So that means ajax syntactically $.ajax, it is expecting some ajax settings. We have to define ajax settings. Actually ajax settings comprises of so many things. It's an object. It contains details like method. Method means what is the action method. Already we learned form methods. We learned form method now. Form have two important methods. What are those? Get and post. Now you have to tell the ajax what is the purpose. Is fetching the data or posting the data. So the method can be what? Get. It can be post. It can be put. It can be delete. It can be purge. So many requests will be there. So that means here what happens? Patch, all these will be there. Get is for fetching, post is for submitting, put is for modifying. Put is for modifying all details, and patch is for modifying only few details, and purge is for after deleting, cleaning up memory. Delete is for deleting. That means this time it is not just fetching. Earlier in JavaScript you have seen only fetching. Now we can post to server. But to post to server we need some server side technology, which we are going to learn now. We will use Node.js, MongoDB, and through that we will able to communicate with the backend database. Right? We will learn how to create database, how to maintain data, and how to create end-to-end example we are going to see now. We will understand that. So here we can handle all these methods. Okay, next URL. URL indicates so what is the source location from where you want where to post, that is URL. This is URL is nothing but source location. You have to define the source location. Okay, another important we have, so success uses a callback function. That means if request is success, then this function will collect the response. There is another one, error is using a callback function. If there is problem, then it will collect the error. That means what issue happened, what is the problem, why it is unable to fetch. That errors you can get by using error. So these are Ajax settings. Now you see in Ajax object we have method. Method indicates we want get because we want to fetch. Then URL is ./data/help.txt, that is the file. Another one we have success uses a callback function. In this callback function, the response, we need to collect the response. Response is nothing but whatever coming from this file. Then what will be the response type now? Response type, it is a text file now. then response type will be not JSON, it is string. What it contains? It contains only string. Na? This is the text file, right? What that contains? String. That means the response will be according to the file. If it is a HTML file, response is HTML. If it is a JSON file, response is JSON. If it is a text file, it is a string. Now this response we need to display. This response we need to display in paragraph. Then what we have to do? So dollar paragraph dot HTML send the response. That response we need to send. After that we have another one. What is it? Error. Error uses a callback function. This callback function, actually we can use any formal parameter. You know, formal parameter name can be anything. We have an habit of giving the name jQuery XML HTTP request object. jQuery XML HTTP request object. It is used to identify the problem. You can give any name. You can simply put ER like that. Now, this is just a habit. So now I need to display alert. I will put a message jQuery XML HTTP request. Here we have options. Actually, here two options will be there. Not directly jQuery XML here. Two options will be there. This error, what it will do is, it is expecting two things. You can see. So this is expecting two things. Yeah. This is expecting, you see, status text, and it is what type? String type. It is expecting error thrown. It is also string type. So just we will put that jQuery XML HTTP. We will just print that. Means what error came, we will carry. Now this is important for managing the request. Let's run this and see. And I will open this page now. And there is a button get help. I click on it. It has to get the data and display. Some problem. So let's check error. Yeah. In the error, it says dollar not defined. Why? jQuery not included. Acha. Script source node modules jQuery dist. We haven't included jQuery. Right. Now I click on this get help. It should get the data and show. I'm just displaying, instead of P, I will use pre. You know, pre is a pre-formatted, right? That means it is a pre. Then here also we will use pre. That means it will fetch the data and display in the same style how it is in that file. Now, important is actually when I click on this, without refreshing the page, you can observe the new details will come here. Remember, this is another file. We are loading another file here without refreshing the page. You can bring any kind of content like this. We will design one single page application. We will see how to create a single page application. So, but this is a simple technique of fetching. Suppose there is problem helps.txt. There is no file called helps.txt. Then it says object. That means actually this XML HTTP request object, it is an object. In this object, lot of details are present. Like, so we have, so status. We need to keep status. Status means it will return the code 404, 200, 300 code it will return. That code is not understandable to general people. So we will do one thing. Here we will put an expression like, so jQuery, in that we will return status, and after that we will return the status text also, dot status text. Now what happens is when I click on that, it will say 404 not found. That means whatever the request you are making, it is not found. If you are expecting, that means, so here we will say, so the requested content, right? And you can see I get help, the requested content not found. It will display the message 404. And if it is there, help.txt is there, then it will get the attention. That means it is simple, clean, and easy to understand where the problem occurred. Lot of other methods also there, we will see, but this is simple technique of fetching any file and displaying. Remember, this is not just, I will copy this, right? This is not just text file, any file. Suppose in our project there is a file, some HTML files are there, like we have some shopping HTML file, we need to bring that. Then what we will do, I will put here a div, I will put a div here, so id as container. Into this container I want to display some page, so I said, I will say here load shopping. Okay, now on button click in the container, we need to get, this is from dot dot slash shopping, it is in public folder, shopping dot html, and we need to display in a hash, what is it, container. Now you can see here, when I click on that load shopping, it should get that and display here, everything is fine. That means we can fetch that and we can display. But how to handle logic, bootstrap, if it is using bootstrap, all these things we will see now. Initially, this is any kind of file you can fetch and display, right? This is basic of Ajax. Now how this works for JSON, you can see simple how it works for JSON. Let's see, we'll do one thing now. So on button click, remove this. So here I will give, so load products, I am giving load products. Now here we will create a table, so class table, so we don't have bootstrap, no, I will give simply border one, and width is equal to some 100%, like this. And here we have t head, we have th, so I will give title, and th I will give preview, and th, so I will give price. We need to fetch data from fake store and display. Okay, where to display, inside t body. So what we will do, on button click, now we need to make a request to API. Previously we were using fetch, now we will use $.ajax. So what are the Ajax request method? Method is what? Get. Okay, next URL is http fake store api.com / what? Products. Okay, next success. On success function, we'll get a response. Actually this response is in the, it is nothing but it is products, and those products we need to use dollar each, we will use now. What is the collection name? Products, and it will use a callback function with a key and a value. So yeah, so So it is a callback function. So key and value. Now what we do, value is nothing but actually key and value is a product. Now every product related information we need to print in a row. In the row, we need now cells. Okay. In the row, we need cells. So how do we define first cell? In the first cell, what to display? So product. So we need to display product dot title. In the second cell, what to display? Image. I am have to use an image source is equal to product dot image. So width is some 70 and height also some 70, like this we define. One more cell is there. So in that we need to display price. What is it? Product dot price. And this must be append to. Am I right? Append to. Append to home T body. That's it. Now on button click, it has to load all this. Now I click here, load products. It should load all the products and display. Right. So I'm just using here. So width of this will be some 200. And I click on load products. It should get all of that and display. It is a simple approach of fetching the data and display. You can design a card or anything, whatever. So this time we are not using fetch. So this time we are using what? By using the Ajax, you can fetch the data and you can handle. So this is only get. Now we need to learn post and others. For that we need database and other in the background. Right? Generally, what is the concept of Ajax when compared to fetch? You can see here. Let's do one thing. I will go right click, go to definition. There is no definition for this. Means library is not there. We'll do one thing. Go to jQuery.file. In node modules, we have a jQuery dist jQuery.js. This is jQuery.js file. Open the jQuery.js file and here you see find XML HTTP request. Use XML HTTP request object. And Ajax, you can observe Ajax setting, jQuery Ajax setting is using this object. That means behind Ajax in any technology, there is an object called XML HTTP request. That is the object. Without that, there is no Ajax. Browser can understand only this, but directly using this is little bit risky, lengthy.
Recording in
That means
progress.
restaurant not yet confirmed your order. So there is a delay in confirming order. Okay, they have confirmed order and they started preparing your order. There may be delay in preparing order. Understood? Now they started preparing order. A delivery partner need to be found to deliver you. They are finding problem in finding a delivery partner. So there may be delay in delivery partner. Finding a delivery partner means the person who have to deliver you. Okay, next they found delivery partner. It is taking time for him to reach the restaurant. There may be delay there. Okay, he went there, but still restaurant is preparing your order. That means again now delay in preparing order. After that, he pick up the order. There may be lot of traffic, and due to that, there may be delay in delivering the order to you. How do we know? That means at every phase there must be monitoring. That means there is problem here, there is problem there. That means, so when you are using AJAX, because AJAX is used in lot of transactions. So suppose you are doing money transactions. All money transactions in every website AJAX only. Banking websites or your phone pay apps and all are AJAX. Suppose you are paying a bill, some electricity bill on your Paytm. Then first you pay. Then what it will do is it will show you status. Status like it will show you that so we are processing your order. Second step, order processed successfully. So we are fetching the invoice and invoice generated and finally it is delivered to you. It's not one step. There will be several steps. And sometimes you paid successfully, but in processing, the person who have to take, it is taking time there. You transferred money from your bank, but the person who need to get that money, so his bank have problem. Then it is unable to deliver. This all AJAX only. Everywhere, wherever you are using any kind of transactions these days in websites, online, everything is managed by AJAX. Now, in that case, it is very, very important to tell where the problem occurred, what the problem occurred. What problem occurred is not only important, where occurred also important. Actually, AJAX have several life cycle methods. How to write them? See, suppose you are fetching data from any API. So when you are fetching data from any API, so let's take the previous example. This is the previous example. Here we are getting data from, let me copy this. So this is another file. Yep. So here I will add jQuery examples. Yep. This is a life cycle. Okay, .html, and I will paste this code. Now what we are doing here is get help means it need to, on get help, it have to get the detail and show. Now, if there is a problem, then how do we track? That means every status we need to show. For that, some AJAX methods are present. Generally, where we write the AJAX methods, we write at the end of function. At the end of main function. This is the main function. In this, AJAX calls are happening. Now, at the end of main function, we will add .AJAX start. AJAX start. AJAX start indicates it uses a callback function. In this callback function, we will put an alert. So your request accepted. Understood? Your request accepted. Okay. That is on start. There is another option that is AJAX So success. Ajax start, Ajax success. On success, what will happen here? We will put an alert saying that your request processed. So that means your request accepted. Then after that, your request processed. So after that, your request is being processed, right? Your request is being processed. That means work is going on. Okay. After that, Ajax have complete. Ajax complete means so complete finish. That means alert. So your request successfully processed, right? Processed. This message we are giving. Your request successfully processed. After that, we have so Ajax stop. Ajax stop. In Ajax stop, we will define a message alert saying that so on stop, we will simply put here is your data is ready. Your data is ready to display. Your data is ready to display. This is the concept. Now, what is the point here is I just written only alerts, but at every function you can catch error. That means this function will have event and it will have XML HTTP request object, jQuery XML HTTP request object. This object can get the error and it can display the error. But as of now, I am just using only plain message. Now see what happens. I will click this get help. Automatically first message will come. Your request accepted. That means it will show the message your request accepted. I said okay. Then your request being processed. I said okay. That means your request successfully processed. After that, your data is ready to display. Then you can see it's done. Remember, even you don't write these methods in order, they will execute in same order. First, which method? Start. After that, success. After that, complete. After that, stop. Even you write stop first, it will not execute first. It will execute as per order, cycle. What is advantage of this? This you will see everywhere now. You are placing an order, payment, you are making some payment, then it will say, please wait, we are processing. Your payment processed. Please wait, we are redirecting. Right? That means here we can use redirects. We already learned redirect now. Suppose instead of doing this, suppose we want to take to some other page. That means your request processed successfully. So your data will be displayed, or I will do one thing. After completion, I will just keep here. So another alert. So you will be redirected to shopping. Am I right? Then how to redirect to shopping page? We learned location object now. Location object have an href, right? Where to navigate public. In public, we have a page called shopping.html. That means now what happens here is get help, your request accepted, your request being processed, successfully processed, redirecting to shopping. If I say okay, now automatically it will be redirected to shopping. That means you can handle different types of interactions. That means they will say that your payment finished, please wait, we will redirect to your page. Everywhere redirection is compulsory. After you paid, then automatically they will again take to the home page. That means you see payment alert will come. You pay from some other UPI apps through Swiggy or Zomato or somebody. After payment is finished, then they will redirect to again to that page. That redirections are important. These kind of things we can manage by using life cycle methods. What is the advantage of life cycle methods? So what is the order for life cycle methods? So we have AJAX. What is it? Start. So we have AJAX. What is it? Success. After that, what is it? AJAX complete. After that, so AJAX stop. Actually, there is an AJAX error also. If there is any problem occurred, then this error will come. This error will come. That means we can write error at any stage. AJAX error will be there. What this error will do is, so alert, we will say something went wrong. Like this, something went wrong. What went wrong also we can track. That is not found. Status code, I told you now, we can display that status code here. Something went wrong, I will display that. Suppose if the file name is wrong, then see what happens this time. All will work. That means you see, I click on get help, then it says request accepted. After request access, it is being processed and something successfully processed, but file not found. Then what will happen? So redirecting to shopping page display. Actually, this is not saved, I think. I'm not saving this. This is, yeah. I need to once refresh the page. Now help request. You see, it says the requested content not found. That means it will automatically alert and it will display. These kind of error messages, something went wrong. This is very important to handle, right? So request processed successfully means what? It doesn't means that output is ready. It means that you requested something, the process completed, but in the process there is a problem. What is the problem? That means you made a transaction. They say that we processed it, but their bank is not accepting, then they will reject it. Process completed, but they accepted or not, you have to do. These all the status related messages, very important. What is advantage of this is we can easily track and identify where error occurred. That is what the advantage of AJAX. Now, by using this AJAX, we will try to create one single page like environment. We call SPA, single page application. That means user will stay on only one page and everything comes onto that page. So user clicks, that will open in that location. That is what single page application. That we'll see next session, right? Monday we'll continue with that. Okay, right.